What a difference a day makes in crypto. Everything was bullish yesterday. We were smashing on the ceilings, smashing on the ceilings, smashing on the ceilings of the three main charts that need to confirm alt season for us. Then we got a pullback. What were the three charts? Of course, it was Bitcoin hovering, all-time highs. What did we get? Rejection. So rejection from Bitcoin. The next one was the total three. Why were we? All-time highs. What did we get? We got a rejection. So we got a rejection from total three. We got a rejection from Bitcoin. And then there was the Russell 2000, the real on-risk rally. So we got a rejection on the Russell 2000 at its all-time high. We understand exactly what needs to happen in the short term. They're all still hovering at the all-time high. We might have had a rejection, but we haven't had any kind of crash. How does that impact on altcoins? That's what we're going to be looking at. We're actually going to be looking at today ICP, Cardano, Polkadot, and Kadena. So we'll look at the macro, identify what's likely to happen next, how that's going to impact on risk, and then we'll go from there. Right, okay, we're going to be detectives in this video. We're going to put some jigsaw pieces together. The jigsaw pieces are our individual charts. We're going to put them together. We're going to understand exactly what conditions need to be met, what the picture looks like when we put them all together, and then we can understand the probabilities of, firstly, what needs to happen next, what conditions need to be met, and when can we get a confirmation of this alt season that we've been waiting patiently for the whole of 2025. So we'll start with Bitcoin. That was a rejection. That was bad. We were pulled back into trend. Not only we were pulled back into trend, we got a lower low, close candle, which took out the extreme low of the previous session. So that's bad. What we need to do to recover this is to take back the whole of the candle. When you've got a big, strong, engulfish, bearish or bullish candle, to take back the previous session, it's a lot harder than you think. So what tends to happen is you start making stages, start making stages, start making stages. As you come back up to test the top, before you've got enough momentum to crack through. It's not there yet. We need to understand exactly where this candle is going to close at the end of the day. So that's something that we're going to be monitoring going into today, and I'll keep you posted going into tomorrow. Next one, total three, exactly the same. We've come back down, V-shaped recovery. We've tried smashing on the ceiling several times, and we've been rejected. Now, is this bad? Is it good? If it was bad, the bears would push price all the way back down to at least this, the 50 moving average, which is sat at 1.09 trillion. Hasn't happened, still hovering at the top. That's still bullish for total three. Next thing's the Russell 2000. We got a bit of a rejection in the Russell 2000 yesterday. We got a bit of a pullback in the Russell 2000 yesterday. This is what happened. So we've got negative on the Russell 2000. We've got negative on total three. We've got negative on Bitcoin. However, they're still hovering at the top. We've not had a crash. We've not had a major pullback. So how is that going to impact altcoins? Before we get into that, we need to have a quick look at dominance, because this is the flip side. Dominance has done one thing. It's took back its 50 period moving average. It's holding its 50 period moving average. And if we got a push up on dominance just to this level here, that would be a pullback in altcoins. So we've got to watch this dominance. If it pushes up, pullback in altcoins. If it pushes down like this, you'll start seeing one thing. Bitcoin will actually start breaking its highs. Total three will start breaking its highs. Russell 2000 will likely break its highs. So it is important that we monitor this. And this is the rejection barrier at the moment, which is 59.36%. Next thing, S&P 500. Don't like this, don't like this, don't like this. This signals to me the end of a rally. This is off risk. Don't forget, we need to go from off risk into on risk. But before we go into on risk, we need confidence on off risk. This is a bearish pattern. Worst case scenario, you're coming back down. Test this previous low here. That is sitting at 6,200 on the S&P. It's not there yet. We're still in an ascending channel. We still could push higher, but slower, whilst the risk curve changes into altcoins. So that's an important one. Next thing, the USDT dominance. So you can see with the USDT dominance, it's been hovering in a range, hovering in a range. Ultimately, we want a drop in this confidence. People are spending their tether, buying altcoins, pushing the market cap above altcoins, bringing the market cap down of tether. So as far as the macro is concerned, that's what needs to happen. We're still looking at the three major charts that need to break. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at the altcoins, because we've covered these recently. ICP, we talked about the ICP. There's the trend. There's the break. Holding trend, currently at support. So you've got $4.31 all the way to $4.46 to hold as support. And you're still putting in a higher low. So you're still expecting a push to the next resistance barrier. So although the Bitcoin was rejected, total three was rejected, and although the Russell 2000 was rejected, this pushed up, come back down, held support. So ICP, key area, $4.31 for me. Cardano. Now, remember with Cardano, we talked about the top end of the channel and the bottom end of the channel. We said as long as we are in the top 50% of this channel, we are bullish. We talked about the importance of 81 cents. What's happened? We've come back down once, twice, three times. Where are we testing? 81 cents exactly. We need to hold 81 cents. We need to hold the top of this channel before we can start breaking through, pushing through the 90 cent level and beyond. Once we break out of the bull flag, you'll see volatile, quick spikes. And that's what we're waiting for. So Cardano, it is dependent on the three big leaders, the Bitcoin, it is the Russell 2000, and it's total three. They're all going to determine whether these things are going to break out to the upside. Polkadot, talked about Polkadot yesterday. What did I say? We've got these two things to come back on. We had a golden cross on Polkadot. And when you get a golden cross, you've got two moving averages. You've got your 50, you've got your 200. Where did price come back to? Exactly the level that we mentioned in the previous video that we expected to come back as support. If it drops them, you've got $3.96. If it holds that, you've got $4.30 in the short term. I'm not giving bigger projections, guys, because Total 3 hasn't broke out. Russell 2000 hasn't broke out. Bitcoin hasn't broke out. So without those jigsaw pieces put in the puzzle, we can't understand exactly what's going to happen next. Everyone's looking at the macro. Everyone's looking at whether it's on risk, whether it's off risk. And that's exactly what we're doing. And finally, Kadena. Now, this thing, why do I like Kadena? Because these pennants play out. And when these pennants play out, they play out with volatility. Just an example, we're coming towards the edge of the apex. There's the top of the pennant, 101%. Looks like a big move. What about if we zoom out? Absolutely insignificant. So you can see that is a little move. This is what Cadena's done in a bear market once, twice, already, three times in a bear market. We're right down at the bottom of its bear market lows, and the thing is about to break out. Now, the resistance barrier on here, you've got two things. One of them we're testing now. That is the 50 moving average. Once you break through the 50 moving average, that's a tick. Then what have you got? You've got your 200. Once you break through your 200, that's going to be support. Then what do you get? 50 period moving average, faster pace moving average, moving above, and you get your golden cross. Then that comes back down and holds support for the bull run. Right, let me know in the comments what you want me to cover next. I'll see you in the next one.